but it was a pleasure. At the ball, some son of a bitch, and we're all falling, and I'm buried under a trunk of black and gold jerseys, and I can't breathe, and I feel like shit, and somebody's breath comes real close and garlicky, and a voice says, "What the hell, Tyree? You turned to some kind of punk?" And I'm thinking, man, something ain't right here. Something ain't right at all, and I'm so sleepy. But they're pulling me up now, and I did make it. Ball's little nipple right of the line, and the ref throws his arms up, and I'm back on my feet, and the cold hits me hard, and I start the old two-step back to the bench. Only sideways now, like I've added a new step, and them polar bears are roaring, 'cause I just gave the lead. Tyree! 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 And Tyree getting slapped on the helmet, on the back of the ass, and I two-step to the Gatorade table, and I reach for a cup, and I'm falling. Table, and buckets, and cups, and piss water. And it's lights out, Tyree. Good night. I must have seen it 100 times by now. My late night companion, ESPN. Lying here in the dark, I keep the set on for hours. Sound off my little secret with Esther, the night nurse. Esther reminds me of my mother. She says, "What do I care if you want to watch yourself act a fool?" God bless her, man. Everyone else would have had a fit if they knew. They don't even want me to have the curtains open. They're all worried, they say, about my rest and my privacy. But I like to watch the snow falling down, settling on the windowsill, icing up the antennas of the TV trucks. So why shouldn't I have the curtains open? And why shouldn't I watch myself score, two-step and fall? Been nearly a week now, and the media bloodhounds are still waiting for me to come down and tell them how I can't wait to get back, how there ain't nothing that can keep old Tyree down. They're waiting for me to say I'll play again. Well, let them wait, 'cause I'm waiting too. My teammates and me, we got a secret. A few of the guys came to see me today. Lucas, Mark, Parnell, freaking monsters, every one of them. But they tiptoed in here like little boys to a funeral parlor. Of course, they got the game ball for me in that "we're all with you" speech that I'd probably say myself if the shoes were reversed, but which I know now is such bullshit. I can see it in their faces, man. They're scared of me. Scared of who I am now, of what's happening to me, like I was contagious. Like I got some kind of bad voodoo shit I might bring back to the locker room. I know these guys love me. They love old Tyree. But right now, I know they're wishing they never laid eyes on me. And how can I blame them? And the snow keeps falling in the land of the polar bears, swirling around the pink parking lot lights, piling up on my windowsill, and for every hour it keeps snowing. I hear them voices yelling, "Tyree! Tyree! Tyree!" Just a little softer. Pretty soon, maybe I won't hear him at all. Esther, she comes in now, walking heavy like she does. Like she don't even think I might be asleep, but I close my eyes anyway, 'cause it's like a game we play. She turns off the TV and gives me the hairy eyeball. "You better not count on no acting career." But then she comes over and puts her hand, hot and leathery, on my forehead. With that hand of hers, I don't see how she could tell anything except if I was dead. Though anyhow, I don't think that's why she puts it there. The other night, I asked her how she ended up here in Polar Bear Land, and she looked at me like I was simple. "Same as you, son. I got work here." Esther ain't much on talkie, but that's alright with me. If she'd just leave her hand on my forehead, I believe I might fall asleep. I want to ask her that. "Esther, just leave it a while." But a little bell rings out in the hall, and she runs out grumbling to see who else she's got to tend. Esther gave me hell the other night over my wife Amber. I'd said some nasty things. I told her to leave me alone. I made her cry. And Esther came in and gave me pure hell. She stood right here while I called up the florist. I've been on my best behavior ever since. But my wife is no dummy. She knows we're not the same. That I'm not? How could I be? Amber sits holding my hand, and I'm thinking about Esther's hand on my forehead, and about my mother, lying in her grave, barely 35 years old and dead, my freshman year at State, my conference smashing freshman year. And she never saw a single game, took a dive just like me, spoon still in her hand, scoop of mashed potatoes for the elementary kids. And no, there were no reporters and no polar bears. When you make $5.80 an hour, cardiomyopathy ain't nothing but a heart attack. Yet when I close my eyes and see my last moments, I know it ain't gonna be old Tyree plunging over the goal line in the final seconds of the Super Bowl. I don't die during a light Tuesday workout, not sliding down the tiles of the shower room, clutching a bar of ivory, carried out by a bunch of butt-naked linemen. When I die, I'm playing football. And I don't see any cameras at all. When I die, I'm in a garden near the ocean, in the sunny south of France, stretched out in a comfortable chair with a book I've always wanted to read sitting open on my lap, a table at my side, a brandy snifter filled with cognac, where I'm nobody but one rich black man. And I've fallen off to sleep, and over the lawn comes a little French housekeeper, and she asks me in French what I like to have for lunch, and I don't answer. And she asks me again, and she comes closer, and she puts her pretty, warm hand on my forehead, and she realizes that I've died, and she's scared. And a little bell rings, and she runs out back to the house calling for her husband to cook. And I'm all alone in a garden, near the ocean, and the breeze is warm, and the waves are whispering, and the birds are chirping a song, like anything but my name.